We're good to go.
All right.
Welcome, Raste.
Hey.
So we've been looking at CTF maps. Actually, before I hop into that, introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are, where you came from, how you ended up sitting on that couch.
Well, I'm Raste. I'm 26. I come from Switzerland. And I pretty much started playing Unreal Tournament when I was 10 with UT99. And ever since been a passion.
Yeah?
And like when I got finally the opportunity to start working with the editor in the Jiffy, I just subscribed, got it, and started working on maps.
So this isn't your first map, though, is it?
This is my first map.
Apps? Wow, I did not know that. I thought you had a couple more.
I have
cool.
another one, but I had to pause it since this one is taking me so much time to work on.
Well, let's hop in and take a look. We've been looking at CTF maps. This one is actually a deathmatch map.
Yep, I see some textures are missing.
That's fine.
So basically, we're looking at a work-in-progress meshed
That
version of the map, right? So you've been going through and making new assets for it, and
Yeah.
starting to mesh out room by room and replacing BSP with assets and stuff.
Yeah, that's very
Um,
satisfying process when you can finally delete the BSP and replace it with
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 some
a
better
static mesh.
visuals. And we looked at this map early on when it was just the BSP shell. We did a stream and talked about it.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yep, we did.
I know we
Because-
played it. I don't know.
Because
I
one
thought
thing
we
that
talked about it
stood
in the
out when
stream.
you started working on it was that you came up with sketches first and kind of started.
Yeah, I really
going
went
into
like the whole process was first getting the idea. I had this idea of using an hydraulic industrial sci-fi theme, which is something I really like, and then you start to get ideas about how you can kind of shape up a map around that.
Mhm.
And I first sketched pretty much the whole map, which was really symmetric, really simple, and simply posting everything on the forum and getting feedback on it, and it really changed. It's really different from the original idea.
Mhm.
That's
Just-
almost always the case.
Yeah,
But
but it remains pretty much the same in the spirit. So
that's a very positive sign, right?
yeah,
Being able to put an idea out there and then actually working, iterating on it, and
and I received some very good feedback, and Neil has also been helping me.
Captain
for
Migraine.
Captain Migraine.
Captain Migraine, yeah, for item placement, which is pretty hard to do actually if you want to balance the map.
Yeah, Neil is the guy who did Leah for us. So
actually part of that too is to just actually not worry too much when you start out with, and just being fine with the fact that I'm just gonna throw stuff in there, and I'm probably expecting that things aren't gonna work out right, but you need to
Yeah.
get that first starting point of having something to test and just being willing to say, okay, pants down, just have at it,
well, not only that, just I
Yeah.
mean that it is to show that it is a very collaborative process, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That you're willing to take feedback and make those kind of improvements based on
Definitely, and you
community
need to
stuff
do that because in the end you're doing that for the community.
Mhm.
Exactly.
It's not for yourself. Well, a
Exactly.
little bit for yourself also, but
It's perfectly fine to do it for yourself. I mean,
yeah.
like
but
for your own satisfaction and enjoyment of the process, right?
and also you reach definitely a better result when you listen to the community.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you have to select. Not everything can be done because everyone has a different take on the map, and if you
Yes.
try to listen to everyone, you get nowhere. So at some point, you have to say, okay, I have this idea. This feedback is going in a good way. This is something I like. Even if it changes a bit the DNA of the map, you kind of take it because you know it would improve it.
Yeah, you're right. It's almost a skill on its own to decide what to and what not to listen to,
Yeah.
and kind of
And the community's been quite vivid and passionate about maps.
Mhm.
They're helping, and that's something really cool about it.
And there's the cool trap here, yes.
Yes, and I added the sound actually. I reinstalled UT99. I unpacked all the stuff, and I get back to the
Oh,
original Impact
From
Hammer
DM
audio.
pressure.
No, I took the release sound of the Impact
Ah,
Hammer
nice.
and I put it on the trap. I'll have to change it a
Nice.
little bit, add more bass because it's for smaller tubes.
Nice.
And
Very cool.
yeah, the idea of a trap that was definitely coming from Pressure, which I always loved, and I think many other UT players
Yeah, I
have a
miss
fond memory of it.
we have Canon, but we don't have very many maps with that.
Yeah, but
that
the
really
f-
good trap.
The funny anecdote there is actually that Pressure was one of the, if not the only map that had a gimmick in it that was actually played competitively, at least
Yeah.
in Europe.
Yeah.
I don't know about NA,
no, here
but
too, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was actually a very interesting map because it was about area control, but that's a whole separate conversation. So yeah, well, cool. Absolutely glad to have you here.
Thanks. It's cool to have to be
Really
here.
good to have all of our community guys. If you guys
Yeah.
both want to just hop over on the couch and
Come
wave
on.
one last goodbye before we take off.
I can split in the back.
There's enough room for us.
Oh, here's. Here, actually.
Yeah, I think we'd also like to take just the moment to say thanks for your amazing contributions. And
Yeah, I mean, this has been a very unique project for us. It's been a learning process for us as much as it has for you guys, and we absolutely couldn't have done it without you. And that's the whole reason we have you here and everybody else. So we're absolutely thrilled that you guys were able to stop by and kind of see what it is we do and give us some insight into what it is that you guys do on a day-to-day basis as well. So thank you very much.
Thanks for having us. I mean,
Yeah, thank you.
I also have to ask, because I know they're probably watching. I mean, a lot of people like to fire my ass. Excuse the language. Tim, Rax,
Yeah.
Cafe, those guys. I mean, it's one thing to get response from the forums that
Yep.
I guess inspire us to continue working and hear from you guys, but working with these guys that are always pumping stuff out, it's like, you want to keep up with them.
Yeah.
You have to work on this game.
Yeah.
So.
For sure.
Massive
Yeah,
props
just
to
gotta-
Raxi for all the servers and everything. And
Yep.
Definitely.
'Cause without that, then it's like no one's playing our maps anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so this is the third community event we've had. We've got close to 24 people out this time. Every time we do it, it gets a little bigger, but we definitely, I mean, the whole reason we're able to do this is because of guys like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been here. We try and get as many people out as we can. We obviously can't get everybody, but we want to do what we can to show that we really do appreciate everyone's work. So, absolutely. And I'm guessing that some of them are probably in chat right now, although it's
Yeah.
sliding by pretty fast.
It's like going crazy.
All right. What do we have next on the docket? I don't even know, to be honest. I believe we are going to do a quick break and then head into some CTF matches. Yes?
I'm gonna wave bye-bye. Everybody say bye-bye.
So everyone say bye-bye with the camera over there. Camera's over there.
There
you go.
That one.
So anyway, hang out. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a few minutes with a whole new crew, and we will start in on the CTF matches and do some casting for you.
Yeah.
See you soon.